If you regularly consume short form media, so I'm talking TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, I'm assuming you've probably run into the occasional food related video. And please, no, we are not talking about the time we were making spicy food videos. But aside from that, food videos are really popular because it's a creative way to show different recipes. You can get in depth instructions on how to do it. I love that type of content, and I create that type of content. But there is one glaring issue that comes with creating content like that. And surprise, surprise, it's the fact that the audience that's viewing it can't actually smell or taste the food being prepared. I try to circumvent this in my content by including at the end of each video a detailed description of how whatever I made is making me feel, the emotions that it's evoking. But I haven't found any other creators that do that. Most of them rely on just how it looks, and I guess sometimes how it sounds to really sell the content. And I'm here to finally break down those walls. So congratulations, you're watching a new series where I take a viral TikTok recipe, recreate it here in this kitchen, and then tell you if it actually tastes good, if it's worth the time and the effort that it took to prepare it, and just all the nitty gritty that you don't get from the initial video. I want to make it very clear, I don't intend any hate towards the creators that are making these videos. I think they're amazing, talented, and wonderful. And basically, I'm just using this as an excuse to cook more, because that's part of my 2024 goals, to become a better cook. And so if I can combine that with making content as well, two birds with one stone, you know how it goes. So the recipe we're making for this video comes from Simple Cook on TikTok. It has millions of views and 2.5 million likes, so we have very high expectations for this. It is a grilled chicken Alfredo pasta. The reason why I picked this recipe is, one, their videos pop up on my For You page a lot. They always are very successful, so they have pretty good credibility. Two, I already had all the ingredients to make this, and not having to go to the store is a great selling point. And three, the video I was originally going to make got taken down. I have no idea why. It had been up for months. It had over 80 million views. It was amazing. I can't remember the name of the person who made it. I can't find their page again. So that video just might never happen. Now that you're caught up to speed, I'm going to say really quick, stop, hit the subscribe button, like the video. You clearly are already enjoying it because you're here for this. You know what's going to happen. Just knock that out of the way. And if you want to be really nice, I am Sirglenneth everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. You already subscribed and so you're here. But, help me out. And with that, I'm going to clip this very small mic to my shirt. Hope that the audio quality stays good and get cooking. Whoa, you back? All right, perfect timing. Weird. So while you were gone, I thawed and then added seasoning to my chicken. I'm making enough for one person. They made enough for like a whole family-ish. So a little bit of different proportion sizing, but I just sized everything down. So in here I have chicken tenderloins and I seasoned it with smoked paprika, black pepper, salt, garlic powder, dried parsley, and rosemary. I want to take this time to talk about the actual recipe that I'm following, because there's things that I like and dislike about it. First off, you'll see that I'm using olive oil as opposed to butter. There's no real particular reason to that. I'm just someone who tends to like how it tastes better with olive oil. One thing that I did not change though, that I really wanted to, is how the chicken was seasoned. As you saw, there's some good seasonings here, but what they're missing is an acid. In most chicken marinades, they'll use some type of acid because it helps open up the pores of the meat and then allows the flavor to soak in. And then additionally, it also tenderizes the meat that you're using. And tenderized meat is just a lot easier on our digestive system to process, so you're getting more out of it because your body's using less energy to get more energy. The typical acids used are either lemon juice, lime juice, or apple cider vinegar. And based off of the acid you choose, the flavor profile follows. If you choose lemon juice, it's best to go with lively flavors. Minced garlic, onion powder, mustard, honey. With lime juice, people like going spicy. Chipotle sauce, hot sauce, chili powder, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika. And apple cider vinegar has so much flavor, some people just add salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, thyme, oregano, or parsley. Hey, editing Glenn here. The reason why I went so much into the flavor profiles was not just because I feel like it's important for like cooking education, but also because since starting my bulking journey, I've seen so many videos recommended to me of like gym bros where they're just eating plain chicken and white rice and broccoli, and that's all that they consume. And I feel like it is such a tremendous waste of life. Not like insulting them directly. I just feel like you can do better. You can be bulking and still enjoy the food that you're eating. It's a novel concept apparently, but it's possible. being able to taste and distinguish so many different flavors is very unique to us as humans. That's why so many different cultures have so many completely different flavor profiles because of how creative people are and how much we crave spice, we crave flavor. We want to have that distinction, that difference. I even pulled up one of the most misquoted quotes of all time by William Cowper. He says, "Variety is the very spice of life that gives it all its flavor." Like, can I say it any better than that? That's why my family like cooking and baking. That's why I like cooking and baking. That's why I'm making this series, because I genuinely want to just spread the joy of eating good food, especially if you can prepare it yourself. Yeah, because it's so integral to why I'm doing this. Thank you. Back to cooking. I'm going to put them into a bowl and then cover it because we actually have to use the saucepan for something else. Now, this is something I'm surprised the original video didn't mention because it's a critical part of cooking that they just kind of glossed over. And that is the making of a roux. A roux is equal parts flour and fat that helps prevent lumps from forming when using milk in sauces. It creates a silky smooth texture throughout. Without it, the texture would be off and you might even end up burning the sauce. But since we made the roux, we can add our other ingredients with no worries, which in this recipe is our milk, cream cheese, heavy cream, red pepper flakes, salt and pepper, parsley, and oregano. Were you paying attention to the rigatoni? Because I was. Now that they're cooked perfectly, we're going to drain them and set them aside while we mix together our Alfredo sauce till it reaches the perfect consistency. Then we're going to add the noodles back into the sauce and then top it with mozzarella cheese and parmesan cheese. Make sure you really get in there and mix it together well, because after this, we're plating, adding the chicken on top, and seeing if this recipe was actually worth the work. Here we are. My kitchen's a mess. I spent way longer on this than I intended to. And, well, look at it. No, I'm being serious. Really look at it. Obviously, mine came out a little bit less dazzling than theirs, but ideally, all the flavors should be there. The plating is interesting. I did have to use one of my roommate's plates because she's the only one that has like what's like a little bit of a bowl too, so it actually dips down. But okay, so far, so good. Now for the moment of truth. That is actually so good. Oh my gosh. Before I tell you what it tastes like, let me point out some of my biases. One, I've been awake for about 6 hours, and this is the first thing that I've ate today. Two, I did adjust the recipe slightly and made the chicken a little bit more spicy, which I think really balances out all the like the mild, cool flavors of all the cheese and the milk and everything in there. And that leads to number three, which is that I use unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I'm lactose intolerant. My roommate's pretty lactose intolerant, so that was the only milk that we had available. I do recognize that I did use like the heavy cream and the cheese. I'm willing to like risk it for the biscuit, but I wasn't gonna go out and buy like even like a liter worth of milk that I knew that neither of us could really have without suffering the consequences. The only reason I have heavy cream is because it's left over from when I made like a bunch of mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving and Christmas, because like heavy cream just lasts forever. The same thing with the cheese. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, but it definitely deserves it. Ice. It could be any vodka, but I just happen to have Tito's. If it makes you more mad, I also have Grey Goose up there. Lime juice. And yes, I'm usually an advocate for fresh ingredients. However, I'm making this for myself. I'm alone in my apartment. And the last of my store-bought simple syrup. I will say I almost always just make my own simple syrup, so I'm glad that I've finally gotten rid of this. I'll do a couple swishes back and forth. And away we go. I know it's in no way proper, but this is a gimlet. Sorry I didn't strain it. I like the ice in mine. It really waters down the pure vodka that you're drinking. With the full flavor profile, it definitely tastes like getting home from school, throwing your backpack on your bed, rushing, taking a quick shower, and getting ready because you have a very special date tonight and you can't afford to be late because you are picking them up. I'm not sure how I feel about giving like an actual number rating to this, but I would 100% make this not only for myself again, but for other people to show them how well I can cook. I know that's just chicken pasta. It doesn't matter. Humans are simple, and this is a creative way to do it that, again, has unique flavors, especially with the drink as well. I could impress someone with this. Especially if they're around my age, because they'd be impressed if I could make Tortina's pizza rolls without having the sauce come out the edges. Couple of things before we go. One, subscribe, like this video, comment. Would you make this for yourself? Because I think you should. It's definitely very simple and easy, and I really enjoyed it. As long as you're subscribing here, you might as well follow me everywhere. It's Sirglenneth, TikTok, Instagram, so get on that. And one last thing before I go, I have to extend a thank you and an apology. Now, good for me, they're both to the same person. Thank you to my older sister Tally. She knew that I was really trying to get into cooking in 2024 and just get better at it. So for Christmas, she homemade me all these spices from cultures all across the world that I can experiment with. I'm very excited to learn all about them. But like I said, also sorry to Tally because we made namyang with each other over like Christmas break time, and we served it to the whole family, and it was amazing. It was delicious, and I have not posted that video yet. Hopefully, by the time you're seeing this video, it will be posted, and I do sincerely apologize for that. I don't know what happened to January. It both dragged on so long and at the same time had somewhere else it desperately wanted to be. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the first episode of this new series. I'm so excited. I have so many more recipes I want to try, and we're going to be doing some baking stuff too. And it's just going to be so much fun. I have so many ideas. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think that's all I need, guys. So let's have some fun and smile because, like I just said, January is over. Oh, Lord, we made it. I can't think of a better reason to celebrate than January being finally over. Now, February does have 29 days in it, so watch out for that, bitch.